Yes, fight fans, body and mind, sports, my people. You are fully appreciated. In this round, my guys, my people, let me talk Dillian Whyte, who was supposed to feature in the undercard of Fabio Wardley Justice Rooney that took place last night. What an epic fight. Look, I've got my reaction on that fight there. Save it for another video, my guys, my people. As for now, let's kickstart things with Dillian Whyte, my guys, my people, who got pulled out of that fight card as the co-feature in the very dying days leading up to it, my guys, my people. And Frank Warren, in an interview with Box Nation, explained he has a big fight coming up for Dillian Whyte in August. No named opponent, my guys. He didn't leave a clue, so that left everybody speculating. But we will talk about that. However, let me just say that when Warren announced this, I was not thinking that that is why they pulled him out of the Fabio Rooney fight card, my guys, my people. I believe that, you know, since right from get-go, when they announced that card, they never had an opponent scheduled for Dillian Whyte. Even from then up until the very last days when he got pulled out, my guys, my people, they never had an opponent for him. So, you know, it's not like they were scared to risk risk him in a fight. You know, with them thinking he may possibly lose and not make it to August. I don't think they were thinking that at all. They could have fed him any low-ranked opponent, my guys, my people, or someone decent that he can manage. After all, it's not a main event he's involved in. He's in the undercard, my guys, my people. So I would say simply the fact that they never intended him to fight in the first place, that is what the evidence shows, because they never had an opponent scheduled for him. So I would say he was just there as a promotional piece to help his friend out, Fabio, who was fighting in his hometown, first time in a huge stadium. He needs the help to fill that. Ipswich Town FC, where they were fighting 30,000 capacity, my guys, my people. And Dillian Whyte, still top 4, top 5 names, box office in the UK, although that is slowly declining for Dillian Whyte, my guys, my people. But still a good helping hand for Fabio. And I would say job well done by Dillian Whyte, Fabio, and Frank Warren for coming up with this genius promotional piece, my guys, to put Dillian Whyte in the undercard, knowing he was not going to fight, my guys, because guess what? We had a guaranteed 20,000 fans on the night, my guys, and my people. That is a success, my guys, my people. That said, let's now move back to what Frank Warren said about Dillian Whyte fighting in August in a big fight. Well, firstly, my senses for OK is going to be Lawrence Okolie, my guys, my people. He was prime suspect, but then my mind drifted to Anthony Joshua, who in and around that time he was in talks with Turkey to make a 2-fight deal, and Dillian Whyte was one of the names circulating to possibly be an opponent for Joshua in that 2-fight deal. However, my guys, my people, according to Anthony Joshua and his camp, he is not returning to fight until in and around October, November, or December. That takes Anthony Joshua totally outside the picture, because those dates don't coincide with August, when Frank Warren is expecting Dillian Whyte to fight, my guys, my people. So yes, that took Anthony Joshua totally outside of the picture. So yes, my mind drifted back to Lawrence Okolie, who in and around that time has been calling out Dillian Whyte emphatically, my guys, my people, to fight. He's been calling him out to fight. In fact, he said that Dillian Whyte, right, did not have the cojones to want any Okolie issues, to want any Okolie problems, my guys, my people. And in fact, he had Dillian Whyte in a short list of fighters that he wanted to fight, my guys, my people. And he was one of those first in line, my guys, my people. And for Dillian Whyte, Okolie represented what? #1 in the WBC rankings. So a route for him to a title shot, my guys. That is what Dillian Whyte wants right now in his career, to pave a way towards a title. So I thought, every reason there for the fight to happen, right? For both fighters to want that fight and try to make it happen. So I thought, okay, August, we are having Dillian Whyte versus Lawrence Okolie. But my feelings became even more reaffirmed when the internet articles, my guys, the news articles online started pushing this news that Dillian Whyte and Okolie were going to be fighting in August, my guys, my people. And you know what? I thought, okay then, so they are fighting, although they never gave a date. And so that pushed my mind backwards to April 5th, the heavy impact fight card that was supposed to be headlined by Dillian Whyte and Joe Joyce. Dillian Whyte pulling out due to a finger injury, my guys, my people. But immediately after Dillian Whyte did that, the other fight in that fight card, in the undercard, Okolie versus Riakpo, well, Riakpo pulled out of that fight as well. Never really gave any excuse that had evidence to it, my guys, my people. So I thought, oh, so this is starting to make sense now. That is why Okolie pulled out of that Riakpo fight. He didn't want to risk the chance of maybe losing and then spoiling his opportunity of fighting Dillian Whyte, a fight that he wants, a good domestic dust-up, the biggest fight that Okolie would have had in his career. So that made sense for it to be Okolie and Dillian Whyte. However, not true, my guys, because 24 hours ago now, my guys, the news online now is that it's actually going to be Dillian Whyte versus Moses Itauma come the 16th of August. That is the date they are targeting, and they have nearly reached a deal on that, my guys, my people. But is this really good for both Dillian Whyte and Moses Itauma? For Dillian Whyte, it almost looks like at the age of 37 now, he's almost settled for to be a journeyman, to to help progress prospect fighters as Itauma. But it's not as simple as that, my guys. Moses Itauma is #1 in the WBO, my guys, my people, right now. So that is a lane for Dillian Whyte to possibly land a title shot as he wants. That is another reason. There's one more reason. Itauma right now is green. What better time to catch him? What better time to catch him when there are still so many question marks above his head, my guys, my people. Yes, the eye test says that he's a possible future elite fighter, possible future heavyweight king. However, he has not had enough rounds. He's never been past 4 rounds in all of his fights, right? His durability, his stamina has never been tested. Chin check test, not done yet. He's never been taken into deep waters. So can he swim in deep waters? That test hasn't been done yet. And this one, a personal question of my own, his inside game, we've not seen much of it. He's never had to do much inside fighting, my guys, my people. And Dillian Whyte, in his last fight with Ebenezer Tete, regardless that Dillian Whyte got knocked out in 2022 in just 6 rounds by Tyson Fury. So there possibly may be some, chin resistance issues there. There's some questions about Dillian Whyte's chin right now, but that is Tyson Fury, my guys. He is an elite, top elite fighter, right? So that's just looking at one point, really. Dylan Whyte in his fight against Ebenezer Tete, he still, for me, showed high fighting IQ. Beat the hell out of Ebenezer Tete. However, Dylan Whyte looked totally spent in that fight and looked cumbersome while doing so. Dylan Whyte got high fighting IQ. He still knows how to slip punches, counter punch, got good combination variation in his punching. He has still got a good jab. He can move, he can slip punches very well, my guys, my people. However, the way he does it, not very pleasing to the eye. He does not look great, my guys. Very cumbersome, very slow. Now that he's 37 years old, looking his age, and not too athletic either. So he's not world level, although he's got the fight IQ. He's not looking like world level, my guys, my people. So that offers for Moses Itauma a good, strong step-up fight for him to get into without taking too much of a risk. Who knows? Itauma may well knock out Dylan Whyte as early as Fury did, my guys, my people. Other than that, Dylan Whyte offers a big box office name, a fighter that you could say was world level at a time, at some time. Now, I'm not too sure, my guys, my people, but it would be good to have his name on Itauma's resume should he beat him, my guys, my people. So, yeah, this is a great fight for Moses Itauma to answer those questions that we are desperately searching answers for, my guys, my people. And I say, let's get it, my guys, my people. Frank Warren and Turkey behind this one. Hurry up and deliver the fight, my guys, my people. With that said, let's move on, because in the undercard of this, they are planning Nick Ball versus Sam Goodman, my guys, my people. Sam Goodman, who is the IBF mandatory in the featherweight division to Naya Inoue and his undisputed straps, my guys, my people. He was scheduled, ordered by the IBF to face Naya Inoue this December gone, my guys. On Christmas Eve, Sam Goodman, he pulled out due to a head injury he sustained in sparring, my guys, my people. Inoue went ahead to fight Kim Jun-yin, a Korean fighter, instead in January. Dispatched him in just, what, 4 rounds? I predicted it exactly, my guys, like I usually do, of course. Well, anyway, then Sam Goodman, so of course Sam Goodman, he couldn't take that fight, right? He didn't he couldn't feature in that fight due to the injury that I've explained. So now as we have it, Sam Goodman is fighting on this fight card that I'm talking about, rambling about, yeah. And he's going up against Nick Ball as co-main event, my guys. Nick Ball, who is the WBA champion in the featherweight division, my guys, my people. Sam Goodman, I have to say, Australian fighter. I don't know much about him, but look, it could be better than what we think he may well be, my guys. Let me tell you what Sam Goodman, my guys, right? What he has gone through on his fight record, right? Sam Goodman, who is 26 years old, has a record 20 wins, no losses, no draws, 8 coming via KO. So not displaying much power there, my guys, my people. However, he did start his career in the super bantamweight division, and in April of 2021, he has fought in the lightweight division. That is 3 divisions above super bantamweight, my guys, my people, where he started his career. 3 divisions, my guys, my people. And he went up against Daniel Carr in 2021 in that occasion. And yeah, he beat Carr. Then he moved down. Yeah, he moved down a division to actually he moved down 2 division to featherweight. He moved to featherweight and he went up against North Beauchamp, and that was also in 2021, in June of 2021, my guys, my people. Before of course moving back down to super bantamweight and going up against TJ Dahoney, my guys, who is decently rated in the super bantamweight division, my guys, my people. That was in March of 2023. He defeated Dahoney via unanimous decision in the 10th round, my guys. I'm not sure, was it unanimous or split? It was this by decision anyway, in the 10th and final round of that fight, before going up to face a good, well rated fighter in the super bantamweight division, Reese Aleem, and that was in June of 2023, my guys, my people. So he has faced some decent fighters on his way up to become mandatory to Naya Inoue at super bantamweight. But as of now, look, he's going up against Nick Ball, the current WBA and featherweight champion, my guys, my people, who got that championship in June of 2024 when he defeated Ray Ford, now former champion. He has moved up to super featherweight, and since then, well, Nick Ball, he has defended that title twice. First in October, I'm not too sure about these dates, you know. Yeah, actually, before facing Ray Ford, right, he went up against Ray Vargas, who is a former champion. He went up against Ray Vargas. That was in March of 2024. He won. He drew with Ray Vargas before getting the opportunity with Ray Ford in June of 2024. Then he defended that title he got from Ray Ford twice. First against Ronnie Rios, defeated him via TKO, my guys. Ronnie Rios, well, decent ranked featherweight. And then lastly, in May of 2025, recently, my guys, he took out TJ Dahoney in just 10 rounds, my guys, my people. So we have it there. He has defended the title twice. So Sam Goodman will be his third defense of that WBA featherweight strap, my guys, my people. And I would say, let's get it, my guys, my people. I will give you more as to who I think is going to win as we go closer to, of course, the scheduled date, my guys, my people. That is, of course, they can reach a deal on this card. But look, as I talk, Nick Ball, right? Him fighting Sam Goodman, who is the IBF mandatory to Naya Inoue. Naya Inoue is actually scheduled to fight Marijan Akhmadaliev, his WBA mandatory in the super bantamweight division, come the 14th of September. They have been scheduled in the past to fight via order of the WBA twice before, but in a way, well, he took well, with the allowance of the IBF, right, with Marijan accepting step asides, in a way went on to take voluntary defenses instead, my guys, my people. But look, Nick Bull, him fighting Sam Goodman, that kind of takes him out of the picture. It takes him out of the picture, really, so that the IBF don't raise their head once again, daring to order Sam Goodman versus Naya Inoue. We know the IBF, they're quick to make their orders, my guys, my people. So with him fighting Nick Bull in August and Inoue fighting in October, no way he can get in the way of Inoue versus Marijan Akhmadaliev, because Sam Goodman just won't be ready to fight again, even if he won. My guys, my people. But with that said, let's now, actually, before I move on, Nick Bull, that would, of course, if Sam Goodman is out of the way and Inoue and Marijan fight, if Inoue defeats Marijan, then we can get Nick Bull versus Naya Inoue. Frank Warren wants that fight. Turkey wants that fight. So why not get that after Inoue and Marijan, my guys, my people? Makes perfect sense, my guys, my people. But now, also in the undercard, we have Anthony Cacace, my guys, my people, versus the man that was defeated by Nick Bull, all right? Taking his WBA featherweight title, my guys. We are going to have him and Anthony Cacace fighting in the super featherweight division. Whoa. What a fight, my guys, my people. Look, Rayford moved up after that fight with Nick Bull. He moved up to super featherweight after that, my guys, my people, and he has fought the likes of Gonzalez, a real rated super featherweight, and most recently he has fought Thomas Matisse, my guys, the big huge puncher Thomas Matisse. Rayford made him look really ordinary. What a super performance by Rayford in that fight, my guys, my people. He will be the best fighter that Cacace has fought yet. In fact, Rayford's fight versus Nick Bull was a close split decision win to Nick Bull, my guys. So that should tell you how good Rayford is. He's a real talent. I'm surprised he actually lost to Nick Bull, to tell you the truth. But look, Rayford and Cacace would be a great fight. Cacace has been on a good run, especially after he beat Joe Cordina for his not WBA, for his IBF super featherweight strap, which he had to give up for not honoring his mandatory in Eduardo Sugar Nunes, my guys, my people, who in the end, most recently, my guys, fought for that vacant IBF strap, beating Mansouri Rikishi, a Japanese fighter, via unanimous decision, my guys, my people, and a very highly rated fighter at that, my guys, my people. So now, Nunes, the new IBF super featherweight champion, my guys, my people. Of course, after Cacace, well, he avoided him as is mandatory to fight Lee Wood instead in a big money fight at the Nottingham's Motor Arena, defeating Lee Wood via a 9th round stoppage, my guys, my people. And I can understand why he swerved in Nunes. You know, of course, Lee Wood represented the smaller fight, my guys. At age 36, Cacace, age 36, towards the end of his career, he needs to collect up as much as possible before he leaves the game, my guys. So he needs to stack up as much as possible for retirement. And that Lee Wood fight ain't gonna be there forever. Lee Wood also 36. In fact, when he came back to fight Cacace, he was an inactive fighter, so looked like he was on the verge of retirement already, my guys, my people. And after that Lee Wood fight, of course, Cacace on a good run and looking for more shmula, my guys, my people, and titles as well. So much so that he was targeting the WBC champion, Oshaki Foster. Either him next or a move up to lightweight to hunt for the likes of Javante Tank Davis and Cole, my guys, my people. But I was thinking, why didn't he face the WBO champion, Emmanuel Navarrete, who really lost to Charlie Boy, the Filipino fighter, right? That fight got stopped because of a cut to the brow of Navarrete that was caused by a punch. But they thought it was a head clash, my guys, my people. Conning everyone, you know, and ultimately, Charlie Boy of a win. they gave the decision to Emmanuel Navarrete, my guys, my people. So I was thinking, if not the Navarrete Charlie Boy rematch, my guys, why not Cacace and Navarrete? But of course, they opted instead for Ray Ford, as we know now, although it is not yet official, my guys, not yet official, my guys, but the talks are ongoing. There was also talks of a possibility of fighting Eduardo Sugar Nunes. Eduardo Sugar Nunes, the man he avoided for Lee Wood, my guys, my people. And well, Eddie Hearn, promoter of Sugar Nunes, said, we are willing to give him a voluntary defense if he wants, my guys, my people. So maybe, my guys, Cacace didn't avoid Sugar Nunes after all. It's just that the Lee Wood opportunity, too good to pass up on, my guys, my people. So now he is now looking to face Sugar Nunes. So let's wait and see. Maybe after Ray Ford, if you can get past Ray Ford, maybe Sugar Nunes next. Excellent fight, my guys, my people. But that's all I have for you people on this one, my guys, my people. Before you leave, do like, do share, subscribe, of course. Drop your comments below. And as always, stay super blessed.